We are writing quadratics in Vertex form. We start off in standard form. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, which the a is actually something that we're going to use also for our Vertex form. And we're changing it to, so this a stays the same, x minus h squared plus k. Let's get started on example 1. So here's our steps, and you've already written this down. We're going to find a, just say what it is, because it's already going to be given to us. Then we're going to find the vertex using our negative b over 2a. And we're going to use a and then negative hk to write the vertex form of it. Why are we doing this? We are doing this because maybe you don't want to graph in standard form and make a table of values for every single problem. Making a table of values takes longer and it's more work. So if you can change it into vertex form first, you're going to save time and life will be a lot easier for you. So that's what we're doing today. So starting off, we're just going to go through the steps that we have written here. So first of all, identify a. So what is a? In this, y equals x squared minus 6x plus 10, number 1 at the bottom. What is a?
1.
Okay, so there's a, 1. Good. Now, we've got to then use negative b over 2a to find the vertex. So negative b, so it's very much like bell work, right? Negative 6 over 2 times 1, 2a. That's going to be our x-coordinate of our vertex. That math is what?
3.
6 over 2. Okay, and that's the beginning of our vertex. 3 comma, we don't know. We're going to find out soon, right? So, if I know that x equals 3, how would I find y? Plug it in to the black equation. Okay, so y equals 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 10. And then do that math. Okay, what is it? What is y? Negative 9 plus 10. So 3 comma 1, that's my vertex. So I'm using these two pieces of information here and my a, and with that I'm going to be able to write vertex form. So the a will be the same, so let's do it over on the side. Y equals a 1. Now we don't really write 1. We can just leave it blank. But for this, for going slow and explaining, I'll put a 1 there. X minus h. So remember how the signs are different? This sign is different than, so it's not going to be x plus 3. Because it's in parentheses, we change the sign. Squared plus 1. So the pink circles here is the only information you need, and then you write your vertex form. We're not even graphing today. All we're doing is writing the formula, the vertex form. We are going to do number 2 together, so I'm going to jump to that. So, first of all, what's a? 1. So that's kind of easy. What do I put for negative b over 2a? X equals negative b, negative 8 over 2 times a. 2 times 1. X equals positive 8 over 2. That is the first coordinate of my vertex, 4 comma something. And I have to find y. So, let's plug it in. Y equals x squared. What do I do? What do I do? What numbers do I write? I'm doing now x squared minus 8x plus 12, but I'm plugging in my newly found x. 4, thank you. X squared minus 8x plus 12. So, y equals 16 minus 32 plus 12. And we just go in order from left to right. First, we have to do 16 take away 32. This is painful if no one volunteers. Go ahead. No, it's not negative 24 plus 12. It's negative 16 plus 12, which is negative 4. Woo! We'll get it eventually, huh, guys?
Yeah.
So now I have my A. I have my X, comma Y, or my HK. So here we go. I'll do it in a different color, like, whoa. Okay, Y equals, now vertex form, right? A, it says it in there, pink, 1, parentheses, X minus H. But it's the opposite sign, so what? X minus 4, thank you. Squared. And now what was my K, or my Y of my vertex? Minus 4. This is the form that I want you to do, to end up with. How do you feel about this? Easy, difficult, what do you think?
Super easy.
Okay, so, that being said, I'm skipping. I want you guys to actually jump and go all the way to number 5. Because number 5 is not in any sort of order. Number 5 is way weird looking. So, with number 5, and I'm actually going to zoom in because we're not even going to do 6, so I'm just going to make this the focus right now. Okay, do you see any part of this equation that resembles vertex form? Is there any piece of it that you're like, oh, that's a part of vertex form. That looks like vertex form. So look over here in vertex form. Yeah. X minus 3 squared. This right here needs to stay intact. We don't want to separate that or multiply it out or anything. So I eventually want this, right? y equals y by itself. So this 1/3 needs to go, and this minus 3 needs to go. Well, order of operations means like I can't just get rid of the parentheses first. Like I can't just like add 3 all of a sudden to get rid of the 3 inside, the negative 3 inside. So what would you guys think I could do first? Yeah. Get rid of the fraction. I don't want to distribute. The reason that you don't want to distribute is because if you distribute, then you create more work for yourself, and then y won't be like alone. There'd be a number in front of y. So yes, getting rid of the fraction is first. So I'm going to do that by, how do I get rid of a 1/3? I guess is my next question. Multiply both sides by 3. So that cancels that. Now, where do you want me to put this 3 that I'm multiplying on the right? I guess your choices are like, I could put it afterwards, I could put it in front of it. Where do you want this 3 to go? Where does vertex form look like I could put a number? In front of it or times 3 after it? In front of it, because remember it's multiplied. This k is like a plus thing. I'm multiplying by 3. So you are going to put the 3 in front. So here's what I have. Y minus 3 equals 3, parentheses, the quantity, x minus 3 squared. So I put this y minus 3 in parentheses, but there's nothing like, there's no squared or there's no anything. So you really don't need to have it in parentheses anymore. So I'm going to omit the parentheses. Okay, now it says y minus 3. Go ahead. Perfect. Add 3 to both sides. And I'm going to attach it way at the end because that's where a k would go. The vertex form looks perfect. It just started out way weird, didn't it? So, on your papers, like 6 and 7, they're all in standard form. 8. Tell me about the differences that you see when you look at number 8. Like, what would have to happen first for me even to begin number 8? Because it's already like,
Move all the stuff on the left of the one.
Move all the stuff. So I would have to get this. And it would look like negative 6x squared minus 12x plus 13. And then I could begin number 8. So you're moving things over, but you change the sign when you move it over. This is a positive 6x, so I'd subtract 6x squared to both sides. It'd be a negative 6x squared. Same thing with the positive 12. Subtract the 12x to both sides. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop here with notes due to time. You have limited time to even start your homework. It's the attached paper, so let's get to that.